This is my review of the safe. It comes with 4 little feet that you can optionally install, and there's just a little bit of sticky adhesive on the bottom. Overall, I would say that they feel kind of cheap. It looks kind of like chrome, but it's actually just plastic. And there's not like a particular place for you to put them. You just kind of have to figure out where they go. And additionally, it comes with these 4 anchor pins. There's not instructions on how to use them, but basically you would just kind of like install this into the floor or the wall. And there are 4 holes on the back in order for you to do that. And then additionally, there are 2 holes on the bottom. So I suppose you could do 2 on the bottom and then 2 on the back, or all on the back, or something like that, just to secure it so you can't move it. Or of course, again, you can put these little feet on. Overall, it's pretty heavy. If you look at the door, it's very thin gap, so I think it would be pretty hard to get like a crowbar or another tool in there. I'm sure it's still possible, but like I can just barely get my fingernail in there. The front mechanism, again, it looks kind of like chrome or aluminum, but it's all just plastic. So I mean, it would have been nicer if this had a bit of a better feel to it, in my opinion. And down on the bottom here you have the logo, and this also has a little magnet on the bottom, and this allows you to use the emergency keys. So I think that's kind of nice. Kind of keeps it a little bit hidden. Getting to the safe, you can put in the default code, which is just 1, 2, 3, 4, or hit the pound sign, and then turn the latch, open it. You can see it's reasonably thick. When you lock it, which you do manually, these 2 bars will just slide out to keep the safe safe, and then they'll go right behind here. Inside, it's actually quite nice. There's a little light. It comes on for 5 or 6 seconds when you first open the door, and inside it's all got a bit of a nice like felt lining, and there is a shelf in here. And you can take it out. It's sort of optional. You can see there's like some rails in there. I think I'll probably just leave it in. But overall, I think it's pretty well made inside. And then on the back of the door, we have this little battery compartment there. It takes 4 AA's. And again, it'll still work with just a key or something like that if the batteries happen to die. But optionally, they also give you this little battery pack here. So if your batteries were dead, you can put some batteries in here and plug this into the front panel, and then operate it like that. If you happen to have the keys, though, that's probably the way you're going to do it. And lastly, there's a fingerprint reader. So after you've memorize your fingerprint, you basically just hit a button on the side here once the safe's open, and then you press your finger on here 5 times, and then it'll memorize it. I found it actually quite accurate, so it just unlocks right away, and it works kind of no problem. I'll show you how it works again. See, it just recognizes it, open the safe, and voila. So again, very nice. You got the keypad, fingerprint, and the key itself, so lots of options to open it up. And overall, I mean, I did find it pretty sturdy. It's pretty heavy. The only thing I think I would change again is I think these feet could probably be a little bit better, and maybe some instructions would be nice for how to install it to the wall, although I think it is sort of mostly intuitive.
If you use the wrong finger, it'll tell you no.